I just got a question, which I think Mr. Yeo Lam Keong mentioned about the key dilemma between the asset protection and affordability. So while I get that actually to have affordable HDB BTO flats, that's great. And I do see that because of the 15-year MOP period, it's hard for them to see a so-called windfall. But for the other way round, for the 1 million existing HDB stock, which on average is about 500K now, how do we sort of, in a way, prevent that loss or erosion in value for the existing stock of home buyers, especially when we are looking at eventually having SIRS for everybody. And at this point in time, the value of SIRS is basically tied to the value of the flats, the resale flats. So just on the other way around, how does it work for the existing home buyers?
What will be the impact of existing resale flats of our reform? I think existing resale flats, if anything, should gain in value. So imagine you're a resale flat right now, right? And you have a 30-year-old resale flat. Suddenly, you will have the prospect that in another 20 years, you can extend your lease, as a matter of policy practice, by another 50 years, right? And on top of that, if you hang on to that, you will get an automatic SIRS, right? So this will mean, I think, that all resale flats, the prices, first of all, will be supported, will not be threatened by the BTO prices. If anything, they will experience a mild appreciation, a modest appreciation, I think 10%, in some cases 20%, because they are now effectively, if you think about it, this is a rolling freehold scheme, right? You're effectively rolling the extensions of leasehold to effectively form a freehold asset. So if you suddenly had a leasehold asset, suddenly you have an effective freehold asset, there is going to be some appreciation.
I just want to ask that the purpose of the lease top-up is to sustain the secondary resale market so that there is no lease decay issue. And then concurrently, there's this promise of a 100-year renewal, which, like you said, essentially it becomes confirmed SIRS. So if there is confirmed SIRS, and we had this scenario before Lawrence Wong said that magical things that he said in 2017, the promise of confirmed SIRS will actually sustain the market in itself. So why do we need to top up the lease then? Maybe not 100 years, and we just say that it will be renewed every 99 years to coincide with the lease period. Then the promise of SIRS, the promise of redevelopment, would itself guarantee that the resale market will not crash. Yeah, that is my question.
I think I'd like to address the answer of why do we need to go through all these complicated 50-year renewals when you can just say, announce, right? Everybody will get a SIRS. Why don't we have a 99 years, why don't we announce automatic renewal of 99-year lease at the end of 99 years? Right? So when we do that, now that was the question, right? And I think yes, in theory that is possible, but what we need to affect is market pricing, right? Market pricing of flats. And markets is a skeptical animal. If you say, I will give you SIRS 100%, when you need it in 150 to 100 years time when your flat expires, who is going to be around to hold you accountable to it, right? You can promise, in 50 years, 100 years time, you're not going to be around to deliver on that. Will the market believe that? That's the key question, right? Whereas, similarly, if you say, I renew your thing at the end of 99 years, well, we'll wait and see, right? The market will not price it in until the first one is renewed. Whereas if you say, after 50 years, we will reprice back 50 years to a 99-year lease. There are already many flats in the market that are already 60 years old. They will qualify first. Once we announce this, they will automatically get the top-up. Once they get the top-up, you cannot not renew the others, right? So the market will price it in because for the market, seeing is believing. Okay? So that is why we design it in this manner.